want to talk about the Carolina Panthers free agency moves because I got a lot of mixed emotions about, the moves they decided to make. And I don't really know what direction they're trying to go. All right, offensively, I like the signings of offensive guards Robert Hunt and Damien Lewis. Both of these two offensive guards are going to be tremendous upgrades on the interior of Carolina's offensive line, which was the biggest problem on their O-line last year. Robert Hunt, you gave him a 5-year, $100 million deal. That could be a little bit of an overpay, but he was the second best offensive lineman that the Miami Dolphins had behind their left tackle who can never stay healthy. Damien Lewis, he's a really good addition to the Carolina Panthers. He's probably going to be playing right guard. Tackle, you should be straight at tackle. Akim Ekwonu, this dude has had a really weird career. Like, his rookie season was pretty good. Year two, last year, I'm like, what's going on with you? But with the new coaching staff, a better offensive line coach, Akim Ekwonu, I don't believe he's a lost cause, at least not just yet. Taylor Morton is one of the better right tackles in the league, and he got an extension not too long ago. All you really needed to do was improve the interior of the offensive line. My favorite move that the Carolina Panthers made was trading for Diontae Johnson. You guys saw my reaction. I was really hurt to see the Steelers trading away my favorite player on the team. What Diontae Johnson is going to bring to the Panthers offense is what they were severely lacking last year. A wide receiver who knows how to get effing open, who can create separation and get off the line of scrimmage. That's what you're going to get out of Diontae Johnson. He possibly could give you 1,200 receiving yards this year. He could do for Bryce Young what Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen early into his career with the Buffalo Bills. When they traded for Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, he ascended for being a really good young quarterback to becoming one of the best in the game. That's what having a really good young receiver can do for a young quarterback. Diontae Johnson, he hasn't really had the greatest numbers, but it's been more due to injuries and lackluster quarterback play. Bryce Young is going to do good with Diontae Johnson and Dave Canales' system that's all about, timing, rhythm, and getting the ball out fast. I like the decision to trade for Diontae Johnson. All you gave up was Dante Jackson, who fans, you guys aren't low on him, but you guys feel like he was replaceable in the 6th-round pick. Where my problem lies with the Carolina Panthers free agency moves, though, and where I say I have a mixed bag when it comes to how I feel about them, their defense got tremendously worse. Okay, you lost Frankie Louisville, who was nearly the heart and soul of your defense. Yes, you did retain Derek Brown. You gave him a long-term extension, but you lost Gross Matos, who could have been a really good depth guy, and potentially he was on his way to becoming maybe a 6-7 sack guy for you. And you replace him with Jadeveon Clowney. You signed him on a 2-year deal, but I don't know if Jadeveon Clowney is even going to be productive for you this season. Last year with Baltimore, he had the best season of his career. But you see, the problem with Jadeveon Clowney is that he's really inconsistent. Everywhere he's been in his career, he's never been the same player throughout. When he got traded from Houston to Seattle, he had a up and down tenure there. He's just one of those guys that he just has random years when he's good and random years where you don't hear about him at all. So if you're looking at somebody who can improve your pass rush, I don't think Jadeveon Clowney can be that guy for you. A'Shawn Robinson is a really underrated interior defensive lineman. Pairing him on the inside with Derek Brown, that's going to be nasty. But linebacker Josie Jewell, that's a downgrade from Frankie Louisville, man. He's nowhere close to as good as what Frankie Louisville was. Then you sign Caleb Vaughn Chasen. It doesn't matter if the dude's just going to be brought in to be a backup piece. Like, this dude hasn't shown to be an NFL quality pass rusher. The Jaguars took him in the 1st round. He quietly is one of the biggest busts in recent memory. He has to be one of the 5 biggest busts at least from the 2010s. Like, Caleb chasing this dude doesn't even have nearly any numbers at all. So I don't know what the Carolina Panthers are doing on the defensive side of things. They signed a couple of defensive backs also, but that defense, I'll be surprised if that defense is as good this season as what it was in 2023 and even 2022. They do got a really good defensive coordinator. All right, Ejiro Evero, he is a stud. He is one of the best defensive coordinators in the game, at least one of the best up-and-coming runs. And he could have left Carolina to take other D coordinator jobs. And he also was, being mentioned in the breath for a couple of head coaching interviews also. But he chose to remain with Carolina. They made it a priority to retain him. But I like what Carolina is doing on the offense. I don't really agree with the direction that they're going on defense, but those are my thoughts on the Carolina Panthers free agency moves as we approach this year's NFL draft.